making a deal to acquire Kevin Love on a handshake and an understanding. Long rumored, much debated, the Timberwolves finally agreeing to trade their best player, Kevin Love. He's going to join the game's best player, LeBron James. Love swapped for Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, and a #1 draft pick next season. The Cavs initially balked at giving up Wiggins with the best interest of bolstering James and the team to win now. 19-year-old had to go. Clincher here on the deal for Cleveland is Love's promise to opt out of his contract next season and sign a 5-year, $120 million extension with the team. Now, because Wiggins just signed his rookie deal, he can't officially be dealt and the deal completed until August 23rd. Timberwolves' haul for Love includes, as we said, the 2014 first overall pick. That's Wiggins. Then it was the 2013 first overall pick. Averaged 4 points, 3 boards as a rookie. And then Cleveland also, that 2005 pick is protected, which means they're not getting the number one again next time. Meanwhile, LeBron James spent the day at football practice. Visited his beloved Browns at training camp. He's given up on making that team as a tight end, by the way, but he's still a fan, and of course, he and John Football are boys, business partners too. James made no comment about the newest Love, so Mark Stein will explain.
What didn't happen during LeBron's first tour with the Cleveland Cavaliers is happening now. The combination of his presence on the roster as a proven champion, coupled with Cleveland's determination to keep making moves that make him happy, is leading to a roster that the king of the NBA will flat out love. It obviously all starts with Kevin Love. In 2 weeks and change, the Cavs will finally complete a trade for the all-star power forward that has been so widely expected. They had already signed LeBron's former Heat teammates Mike Miller and James Jones, and now they can use the promise of Love's looming arrival to try to seal free agent deals with Shawn Marion and Ray Allen. If you want to nitpick, you could say that the Cavs could still use more of a defensive presence at the rim, but to make LeBron even happier, they're making all of these moves happen without giving up Tristan Thompson or Dion Waiters or one of LeBron's all-time favorite teammates in Anderson Varejao.
With the addition of Love and LeBron James, the Cavaliers have added 2 of the 3 top players in terms of player efficiency rating from last season in the past month now. Love and James combined for 53 points, 19 boards, nearly 11 assists per game last season. They joined a Cavs team that already had Kyrie Irving. He ranked 27th in the league last year in PER. So, George Karl, you're an NBA Coach of the Year. How's this going to work on the floor?
Kevin Love going to Cleveland is an amazing happening for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers have gone from the bottom of the NBA to possibly to the top of the NBA in a very short period of time. Kevin Love fits LeBron James about as well as anybody in the NBA. He stretches the defense. He will allow LeBron to have an efficiency better than maybe last year, and he was by far the most efficient player in the NBA over the last 3 or 4 years. The young players on this team, I think, will benefit. Kyrie Irving will have to have a personality change along the way. He's got to figure out how to play off the ball as much as with the ball, but I think that will be easy for him to adapt to. The balance of the roster is first class. Good veterans, good young players. The weakness I see is defense. Will they be able to protect the paint? Will they find a way to be a top 10 defensive team in the NBA? That question could be solved very easily if they sign Shawn Marion. And amazing's happening. Cleveland has gone from the bottom to the top.
Kevin Love is just the 5th player in NBA history to change teams after averaging at least 25 points, 10 rebounds per game the previous season. 96, Shaq O'Neal left the Magic to sign the free agent with the Lakers. 82, Moses Malone left the Rockets, went over to the Sixers. 75, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar shed a tear, traded by the Bucks to the Lakers. 72, Alvin Hayes traded by the Rockets to the then Baltimore Bulls. The good news for Love, each of the previous 4 players went on to win the NBA championship with their new team. Now, Kevin Love's never actually been in the postseason before, but the Cavs did have several players with big-time postseason experience. Besides LeBron, Cleveland brought in James Jones, Mike Miller. We've heard about those 2 fellas, played with him with the Heat. Anderson Varejao already with the club. He played 71 postseason games for LeBron in the Cavs era the first time around. Tony and Bob, the interruption squad. Cavs trade. Do you love it or hate it?
All right, Bob. Does this Cavs roster stack up favorably against the teams in the West?
San Antonio, OKC, LAC, and maybe even Golden State. but I'll stick with the first three. They're at best, they're almost as good as those three teams. Almost.
But not better.
Not yet.
So I'm the one sitting here today who's going to say they're better.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
Apparently.
because let's
I don't know why.
Well, I'll tell you exactly why.
Right.
Who's got the following thing? Who's got LeBron James? Anybody got somebody better than LeBron James in the league? Let me know. Oh, time's up. LeBron James, the best guy in the league. Kevin Love gives you 26 and 12. Anybody got anybody better than that? Okay, Kyrie Irving is probably 1 to 2 years away from being considered as a point guard right there with Chris Paul and Tony Parker. They're a better threesome in the league, and that's not counting the specialists that they're adding and the holdover players who are pretty good. Who's better?
The X factor in that discussion is Irving, because there are people that think that the statistics that he puts up there do not reflect his actual value, that they need to do certain things a lot better to be put among the elite point guards. I know he's got an all-star game MVP,
right,
blah, 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 but
yeah.
that's not, no. It's nothing wrong with San Antonio. Nothing's changed.
Well, no, they're fine.
They got
90 years
they were
old
lucky.
apiece, but yeah,
they got healthy. They were healthy this year.
Right.
OKC. No, I'm not buying. And by the way, there's a team in the East they're going to have to answer to still, and that's Chicago Bulls.
And what makes Chicago so great, by the way?
Well, I'm going to assume that
Derrick Rose hasn't played in 2 years.
Goes back to 90%, even 90 or 95, or God, I hope 100. They can play with him. Yeah.
Well, okay, so I will say this now: that Cleveland's the best team, and they should win the championship this year. Thank you.
No, I'll tell you wrong. That's a bell. We're done. Back to you.
Thank you, gentlemen. The Las Vegas Superbook already had its odds for Love moving to Cleveland built in, so the Cavs' odds to win the NBA championship remain at 3-1, but as the best in the league. They're 4-5 to win the East. Defending champion Spurs right behind them at 7-2, despite currently holding the trophy. The LeBronless Heat now 25-1 odds, and the Loveless T-Wolves 100-1.